Oh, RBF Gym 2 is here. Super exciting, guys. It's ready to roll. If you're looking for a personal training space, I had RBF Gym 1 years ago. The County of Education bought the building, so put the kaput to that. It actually just made the most sense. Didn't think I would ever have another personal training space. Turned out this was a great opportunity and it was easy to do. So I did it, and it's more than twice the space of RBF Gym 1. So super exciting. If you are looking for a personal training space, most of my clients are online, but I do still do a ton of personal training. Normally right now it's just at all the local gyms in Merced or Atwater, but now I have a personal training space I can offer. So if you're trying to avoid crowded gyms, if you're trying to avoid waiting, if you're trying to have a personal, intimate 1-to-1 or maybe 1-to-2 or 1-to-3, if you're bringing your partner or sister or dog or whoever you want to train with, then I can offer you that now. And so not to mention great lighting, progress pics, all kinds of goodies too that I can offer here that I can't offer at the gym so easily, based on some different things I have here, some surprises, bonus, and goodies, more than what I just mentioned too, that I won't reveal unless you come. So there's some special things I get to give. So, but I want to keep those as surprises. So this is Building an Empire, episode 12, announcing the gym. It's ready to go, super exciting. And we're crushing it, guys. Had my best month in my fitness business ever this month in September 2025, in 4 years, my best month ever. So I'm extremely grateful, and thank you for everybody that's my amazing clients, that's been my clients, that's supported me on socials. We're growing, we're booming. Now we got the personal training space again. I never thought I'd do again. Here we are. So this is that announcement. If you're looking for a personal training space, DM me Transform, DM me anything, and let's see if you're a good fit, and we're a good fit to get you in your dream body. Aside from that, guys, Building Empire episode 12. A new thing that I've dug into with real estate is foreclosures, pre-foreclosures. So if anybody's interested in real estate investing, this is what I've been learning. I've been a real estate investor for over 5 years now, but I've just recently gotten into pre-foreclosures. Today, I literally went on my first day door knocking, pre-foreclosures, people that obviously are going through typically some sort of traumatic experience, whether it's unemployment, whether it's a death in the family, but they're going into pre-foreclosure, meaning they're about to lose their home because they can't make payments. And investors are really sort of a saving angel in these scenarios, or at least they can be, because usually these are situations where there's not much time left before someone's going to lose their house. They're usually going through one of the worst times in their entire life. There's usually not enough time for them to list the house on the market. They're living in the house a lot of the time, so it's usually not an opportunity to list it because they have all their furnishings and everything. So even if they have a lot of time, it's not a great way to list a house with a bunch of stuff in it, right? Especially you can't clean it, you can't photograph it. It's a tough spot to be in. And their whole world's crashing down usually, right? They might be losing hundreds of thousands of dollars that they put into this house that they won't get back at all. And so I've been listening to Pace Morby, a lot of my real estate guys. And today I literally went door knocking with pre-foreclosures, which is all public information, so anybody can pull that information, to try to see if I could help, And obviously the value for me, or it could be for you if you're a real estate investor, is that if we do buy the house, we could get the house, at half of what the value is. So 50 cents on the dollar. But although that sounds like taking advantage, again, it's just a capitalistic transition. Both parties are way better on the other side of it, because this person actually has an out to a terrible situation, right? They're about to lose all their equity, ruin their credit, and be kicked out of their home. That is a bad deal, right? And so if an investor like me, or maybe like you, if you're interested, comes in and can actually give this person a solution, right? Give them cash at a hugely discounted value of the home, but they get something, right? Maybe seller financing, where they can accept monthly payments into however much equity they have, maybe 100K, maybe hundreds of thousands. Or if they don't have much equity at all, subject to assume their loan, right? Where the loan stays in their name, but then me or you or the investor would then make payments to fulfill their loan, which would benefit us, because if we try to go get a bank loan right now, it'll be 7%, but they might have a 3% loan from 2020. So there's a lot of different options. So the investor comes in really as a saving angel with these options that they're probably not aware of. Most investors aren't even aware of, because this is in the realm of creative financing. And yeah, I've been on fire for that. So I did 6 door knocks today. and I'll do more tomorrow. And I'm texting and I'm calling, and I'm not even looking at properties on the market anymore, because the worst deals are properties on market. The best deals are properties off market or pre-foreclosure, because that's where there's the most pain, and that's where an investor can be the most helpful. So I'm going to be talking more about real estate in my Build an Empire series, because that's what's heavy on my mind. But yeah, that's been super exciting. Hope I get a deal. Hope I get to help somebody. Hope I get a good trade that can really benefit somebody and benefit me and my family. So that was exciting. And the door knocking itself is just a masterful skill. I mean, there's so many cliches and just maybe not cliches, but anecdotes that I've heard from any successful entrepreneur that says door knocking is where they made the biggest leap in their skills, their sales, their persuasion, their confidence, their character, because it is one of the most nerve-wracking things. Door knocking is something most people will never do, will never have to do, will never want to do, and honestly can't do, because they're too scared, right? And they don't have the cojones to do it. That's men and women, right? And so it's something I've never done, because never had to. But I've done cold DM, cold call, cold outreach, but it's something different when you're on somebody's property as a stranger. They don't know you're coming, and and then you wait 3 minutes, right? And so it's kind of funny, but this will be a stage story one day. But my first door knock, literally, I pulled this person's info. Their house popped up on a pre-foreclosure list, and we'll say that the name on the property was John, right? John Doe. So I go to the house, and there's a woman smoking a cigarette in the garage. Looks like my mom, rough around the edges. And okay, I said, all right, maybe it's John's wife, maybe it's John's daughter. A lot of times in these scenarios, the homeowner might have passed, or, you know, all kinds of situations, divorce, separation, all kinds of reasons people aren't able to make their payments, right? So I go up and say, hi, I'm Reno, I'm looking for John Doe. And she comes up to me, walking up to me, right, puts her cigarette out. And already I could just see from her look, the way she, right, smoking, the way she looked at me, I could, ooh, this is not gonna go good. I'm at the sidewalk at her driveway at the corner of her truck, and she walks up all the way, like 2 inches from my face, too close. Cause smell the tobacco, smell the cigarette, nicotine, tobacco, right? And she looks me dead in my, stares into my soul and says, John died 13 months ago. Oh, I tell you, I was like, right? But honestly, I wasn't freaking out. Right, I wasn't freaking out. Obviously, my gut kind of sank, because I was like, I felt terrible. Like, that sucked. And dang, right? And the came from, oh, this is as bad as it can get, right? It could get worse. You know, someone could pull out a gun, or it could get crazy, right? But realistically, this is as bad as it's gonna get. Like, right? This lady's staring me dead in my soul, because probably her dad or her partner died, and now I feel terrible, right? But it honestly wasn't panic, it wasn't fear, it wasn't anything. It was just first door knock, first conversation goes about as bad as it could. So like, I was almost in excitement. It's kind of hard to explain. It wasn't fear, it was we're in it, right? This sucks, this is what it is, and we're in it, and this is gonna get to the people I can save, the people I can help. Because obviously this woman didn't need the help, because she then later told me that, you know, with the same death stare, I don't need your help, I saved the house, right? So it was a bad deal. She was not happy, but it honestly wasn't panic. I wasn't scared, and I actually walked away with a smile, because not because I was happy of her situation, I was happy she saved the house. Obviously sad to hear, you know, her husband or her dad, whoever that was, passed. But I was happy in my own courage to do it, and I know I'm on the right path, because I'm doing the thing most people won't. And when you find something, guys, that you can do that you know most people won't or can't, then you're bound to get the results that most people won't or can't get. So that was my first day door knocking, first conversation door knocking. You might go 20 door knocks without getting a door open or a convo. First door knock, first convo. That's the way God works, right? And it's a beautiful stage story. Right now, it's a YouTube story. Eventually, it'll be a story I tell on stage when I'm preaching about door knocking and how much courage it takes and why most people can't do it and why it's a heck of a skill. That'll be my first door knock and my first convo that I'll get to talk about forever. And all the emotions and feelings and all kinds of things I was feeling in that moment, sitting in her presence as she stared into my soul and told me her husband died and she doesn't need my help and basically get off her lawn. So But yeah, guys, Building Empire episode 12. I got an obligation at 7, so we're going to go keep working for another 3 hours. Feeling amazing. RBF Gym 2 is here. DM me if you're interested, if you want to attack personal training in your own personal training space. And we're going to keep building. Let's go.